Hi guys, we're not in the kitchen today. We are, instead of mixing up flour and spices, we are mixing up concrete. We are going to make, show you a stepping stone. There's a stepping stone that I've made. And first thing I'm going to talk about are the supplies that you need. You're going to need a pan. You can use a cake pan, whether it be round or heart shaped. This is aluminum. It's a real heavy duty aluminum. I'm not sure where they came from, but it's really good for this. You don't have to worry about running your pan. You're going to need some vegetable oil, or any kind of cooking oil, or some Vaseline. We don't have any Vaseline around here, so I've got some oil from the kitchen. You're going to need a variety of glass. You could use broken bottle, sea glass, some old china. We had a cup that didn't have a handle on it. If you just have something that you don't mind busting up, or just that you're not using, maybe something you find pretty at a thrift store, something cheap. This is all about thrift. Just if you find something that already busted up, you go for it. We do have some little ceramic tiles. I don't know where they come from. They were in a craft kit, I suppose. Gloves. You don't want to handle your Quikrete without gloves. This is it's 10 pounds of Quikrete that I got over at McNeil's, the local hardware store. And if you're going to make several of these, you might want to get a large bag. But since we're just making a couple, I've got one 10-pound, and it's actually used for patching, but it's the same thing as what's in the big bag, just a smaller quantity. A hammer. It can be a regular hammer. It doesn't have to be rubber mallet. You're going to need some wire. This wire also came from McNeil's. They have it on a big roll, and they just cut whatever amount that you want. And so I have cut this to fit in my pan. I'll show you how to use that in a little bit. You're going to need some contact paper. Maybe if you have some leftover paper for your drawers. What's it called, Patricia?
Yeah, contact paper.
It's just contact paper. So if you happen to have any left laying around the house from where you line your drawer liners, that's what I'm looking for. And I'm sure you could probably get this out at Dollar Tree for $1. So you need that. You're going to need some water. You're going to need something to mix your Quikrete with. So I'm using a garden trowel and a bucket. Okay, so let's get started. I've got my pan here. I'm going to put a little bit of this oil around the sides of my pan, and that's going to help the stone to come out when it's dry. All right, look, the very last thing that you want to do is mix up your Quikrete, because it dries really quick. And I've got my contact paper. I'll take these gloves off. Cut to the size of my pan. So I'll get the back off of it here. And I'm going to put it in the pan with the sticky side up. And I'm going to start putting my pieces of glass face down on my sticky contact paper. I'll show you what that looks like. See, the pretty side is against the sticky. And you can do shapes. I thought about printing something off and then laying the stones down on top of that the shape, and then I forgot. So, but you can lay them in here maybe in the shape of a flower. I don't know, whatever you would want to make, but I'm just gonna lay them in here randomly. And I think we're gonna pause the video and we'll be back. Okay, now we're gonna mix up our Quikrete. It says 5 parts to 1 on the water, but that makes the water so, that makes it so thick. So I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner. This is just a plastic drinking cup from the gas station. One of these containers only makes a couple of stones. So just remember that when you go to get it. Now, it's best to do this outside. If you have a bucket and a shovel, that would be easier. It is so hot and humid outside today that I really didn't want to do it out in the garden. And when you break up your glass for this project, it's best to have some safety glasses and cover your glass up with some newspaper, maybe put it in a paper bag, and then to protect yourself from glass that might happen to fly. If you get this too thin, it's a lot easier to just add more of the Quikrete mix. And maybe something round to mix in, because this Quikrete is in the corners of this bucket, this ice cream bucket that I've got here, and it's kind of hard to get it out. I've got all my lumps out. As you can tell, I don't know anything about concrete. Okay. I like the way that feels, so. Pick my bucket up and pour it in, but it's a little heavy, and I don't know if my bucket would fold up on me. Okay, so got about an inch in here. Now, this is where the wire comes in. This wire is to help support it. This is more of a decorative thing than it is to, something that you're gonna actually step on. But still, you want it supported somewhat to hold up. More water. I'm telling you, this stuff sets up so fast. I'm just gonna get my hands right down in there. And kitchen gloves would be better than these little surgical gloves that we have. Now, if you want to do one that has your child's handprint, just have them put on a pair of gloves, or maybe put some saran wrap on the top of it, and then that way that's going to protect their hand from the concrete, the Quikrete, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to show you one that we did earlier. Set it outside. So here it is, and we're going to take the plastic off the our contact paper. I'll peel that contact paper off there, and it's just leaving our shiny glass. Look, isn't that pretty? Now you can get a piece of sandpaper, maybe a sanding block, and go over the rough edges to make it look a little better. And some of these have some concrete on them, so just take a paper towel or a sponge and shine them up. That concrete will come right off of that slick glass. So if you make any stepping stones, post it on Facebook for us to see. Let us know how it come out. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.